Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Irvin, and we're finally back to the Promised Neverland chapter reviews. They took a long break, and it's all I'm going to assume because of the coronavirus, not really because of them wanting to take a break, but. We're back with chapter 176, I believe. That's the number. We are finally here, and man, I thought we were done with tragedies and the intensity of the series, but no. We still have more intense scenes and a great tragedy that happened in this chapter. Now, before I say anything, a few things. If you have not done so, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Let me know what other manga series you want me to be reviewing chapter by chapter. This is a great one because every chapter is just so intense and beautifully made. So if you have another one that you want me to review chapter by chapter, let me know and I will give it a shot. Also, if you want to further support my channel, follow me on social media, TikTok, Twitter, go and do all that stuff. You can also join my Discord. It is open for everyone. It is in the description. Lastly, guys, there is a huge spoiler alert for this chapter review. So if you don't want this chapter to be ruined, I cannot say it so intensely for you guys to not watch past this point. Okay, guys, if you remember what happened in the previous chapter, essentially the moms defeated Pitri, the leader of the clan that was ruling the humans, and obviously the kids were all part of it, but the moms really were the big turning point to them betraying him and really giving them an advantage to winning the so-called war. It wasn't really a war, more of a battle. The chapter previous to this 175 ends with Emma running and watching our favorite character, or not our favorite character, but character that a lot of people love, Phil. Now, if you watch the anime, you probably like Phil. Phil was a big character when it came to the anime. I personally didn't feel like Phil was highlighted enough in the first volumes of the manga for us to even be attached to Phil when Phil was left in charge of the rest of the younger kids. That could just be my opinion, but I feel like Phil wasn't really highlighted in the manga. The anime did a great job, and I think the anime in its own way is trying to foreshadow what's going to happen next, and I think because of that, some people really liked the anime, some people didn't. I was in the in-between part, just because when you foreshadow so much in a very intense, suspenseful anime, then you give away too much of the information. Not the point. Point is, Phil is back, Emma and Phil reunite, and then Phil is able to see Ray, and yes, Norman, the kid that he thought that had died so many years ago, is still alive. He's able to hug all his siblings and just tell them, hey, I've been trying my best to keep everyone alive as possible. And the mom from that farm, from the Graceville farm, the new one, is showing up and saying, what the heck is going on? And Grandma Isabella shows up and says, hey, we're finally free. The farms are being abolished. We can now nurture our kids the way that we should nurture our kids. And there's this very happy moment, a very, very nice moment. And while all that is happening, we also see in between that soldiers from the capital have already arrived and are arresting the demons that are in charge of the farms and holding them, accountable for what they did. And I would assume that some of them will probably be freed eventually. I don't care, to be honest, but I would assume, because it kind of felt injustice or very unjustly for them to be arrested, but they were arrested. While all this is happening, the intense scenes happen. Now, I am going to be extremely friendly again and warn you guys, past this point is the big reveal of what happened in this chapter that's very intense. So if you watch past this point, again, it's your fault, not my fault. If you're skipping, it's your fault, not my fault. Okay, a demon shows up right in the middle of the kids, and he says, this is my property, this is my food, this is my crops, this is, the kids that I raise, this is mine. And he's basically going insane. Kids start running away every direction, and Emma remembers, oh shoot, I put my gun down. So she runs to her gun, and while all this is happening, we see different, pages of kids just running, and there's a huge panic, and Ray thinking Emma needs to get to her gun. When Emma reaches her gun, she looks up, and what she sees is a demon has stabbed Isabella, who was trying to protect Emma from getting hurt. And that's the last page of this chapter. Now, Isabella can still be alive. I will say that. And I feel like they will keep her alive. Well, I could be wrong. But I feel like Isabella is going to live. Just because there's still that connection between her and Ray. And that'd be very sucky if they did that. But I feel Isabella will live. But she is stabbed. Which means, the other person who is very tactical with weapons and stuff like that is now down. Emma, on the other hand, has the gun, so she should be able to protect the rest of the kids with the gun, but we don't know. We don't know if the Capitol soldiers will come in and intervene and protect the kids, or if this demon is going to make a big mess and end up killing more people than we think that he should. I don't even know if he is an important demon. When I saw him, I was like, what the heck is that? I think he's just a random demon that was in charge of the Gracefield house. So I kind of feel the next chapter, they're going to get rid of him. But for now, they're adding more intensity to this series. We're very close to the end. The kids, after this, will, I hope, have the chance to transfer themselves or migrate themselves to the human world, and we'll see what happens to them there. I kind of have a little bit of a theory that we'll have more manga spin-offs out of this, and in fact there is already light novel spin-offs. For those who don't know the history of the Promised Neverland, I just learned it a few weeks ago. The Promised Neverland started as a light novel. It was being written as a light novel, but it never came to be completed as a light novel, so the writer decided to do the manga. And the manga was a hit, everyone loved it, and he just continued doing the manga. Now, 2 spin-offs, I believe, have been made from the manga, and not particularly written by the authentic writer, but he has approved them to be canonized to the series. And I believe one is Isabella's story, and another one is I think I'm not really sure. I think the other one is Norman's story, which I thought those 2 would have been great side stories. They have been written as light novels. I think both of them are just one book, so I don't know if those will be made as OVAs to kind of give more of what we want from this series to the viewers, or if they'll just leave them as, fan canonized, but still fan-made series or spin-offs that could have been a good side story, to be honest. To be honest, I would want to see Isabella's story from when she was a kid, Norman's story from when he was taken away from the farm. I would want to see the battle that led to the division of 2 worlds, human and demon world, how all that came to be. All that I am interested to know more about, but we'll see if the actual writer, once he finished this one, decides to do more with the Promised Neverland. Sometimes they say, you know what, we've done enough, we don't want to milk it too much, and sometimes I say, well, let's smoke it until it's dry, and you know, you can debate on both sides which one's good or bad, but oh well. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so, make sure you comment, like, and share. Also, most of all, make sure you subscribe. This Friday, the 15th, I will have a giveaway video releasing for you guys to see what you guys can get for free through my channel if you're subscribed. So make sure you don't miss that video. I am going to vacation on Friday, so it will be a pre-recorded video. Depending how my vacation goes is depending how many videos I'll be releasing that week. But thank you guys so much for your love and support. Again, comment, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.